I mean, we literally just went live
Was it?
right as you dropped your half-hearted Ric Flair there.
I'm gonna blow my nose for him too.
I mean, you would think that you were the one that was under the weather, not me.
I'm down with the sickness. No, it's done gone away all day, but it's back now.
Back with a vengeance, apparently.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm gonna make sure we're live here.
We are. We got comments already.
Oh, we did. All right.
Let me
Oh,
go
yeah, we did.
share it.
Good old Kent Chrisley bringing up the P1. Ronnie Gibson, he's P2 this week. So John Campbell's here. It's his birthday, okay, and he wanted a hat, so I gave him a hat over in my comments. I went on the old Chat GPT and gave him a Pit Chatter podcast hat in one of his pictures, so he's good to go for this week. Uh, Jesse King, P1 in the rookie class. He said he's over on the old YouTube.
The rookie division.
Thanks for letting us know, Kent. Thanks for letting us know. And he is braiding his butt hair currently. So
Glad to hear about it.
now, Kent, I got to ask. I mean, obviously, you're not braiding your butt hair. You got is that who's doing that job? That's all I want to know. Chris Amos is here early. He said,
He's got a guy for the butt hair.
"John, you're welcome for that free hat, bud. That was the cheapest I could make one." So, Teresa Carroll in here. All right. Hey, before we get going on, like real show topics here, have you been keeping up with the old Rocky Mount Mayor?
Not willingly. It's been flooded.
Holy smokes, man!
Old buddy got about 12 hose to the side.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's more. There's more hose than 12. But
Do you think they're all his constituents, or is he going to?
I, I don't know. I mean, from the sounds of it, I mean, if you're not one of his constituents, he moves you into a house and makes you become one.
He's trying to get more votes. He's busting them in.
Oh God, yeah.
He did
I
lose
don't know.
one vote, at least, though, and that would be his wife. I'd say
She may vote for him. Okay, you don't know. You just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
You
about that.
just don't know. Ronnie Gibson, Langley. Is it true that Whitey bought a dirt track? I, I don't. I can't imagine that that's true, but who knows?
He bought her at.
John Campbell said he is in deep trouble. Yeah, the Rocky Mount Mayor is. But you know what? He's taking it in stride, man. He's trolling. And honestly, so me and Kim talked about this today. Can you imagine, like, if you're that guy, you've been hiding this stuff for, I think she said 17 years or something. You've been hiding this for 17 years. That dude probably slept the best he slept in 17 years last night. Now that everybody knows,
Probably.
I mean, it sounds crazy, but I mean, he probably really, really did. I mean, it's just wild. And Danny
We
Chrisley
need
in
to
here.
talk about the character of his wife, too, though.
Yeah, hold on.
Apparently
Before
she
you
had.
go there, hold on. Before you go there, I got to ask Jamie Chrisley a question that he can answer while you're talking. Jamie, how do you use the phone and tell us you're here and braid Kent's butt hairs? That's what I want to know.
He's multi-talented. Well, look,
Apparently.
we have to question the man's wife's integrity, too. Because obviously she knew about it and had no problem with it until the divorce happened. And then all of a sudden, she wants to all put it all out there. So,
well, I mean,
real ride or die there.
She was waiting until she could get paid the most, I think. I mean,
you only get paid if you don't say something.
Let's not hate on her. No, I think she's gonna get paid. either way. I think she's going to get the some
Oh, in that
settlement there.
aspect,
So
sure.
yeah. So I mean, I think she might have timed it out right, but she might have timed it out right.
I guess.
I don't know. All right, this ain't the Appalachian podcast. We can't sit here and talk about this, which I wish we could though. But
Have they even
uh,
said anything about racing? That podcast took a complete left turn.
or, I, would that be a left turn or a right
I
turn?
guess they took a right turn.
I mean, yeah, something of that nature. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they do any racing. Of course, they spun off the D's Lug Nuts podcast. That's their spawn child there. Um, so I don't know. I don't think they do. I don't even know if he does any. I'll be honest with you, and I hate to say this, but I really like Billy and the whole idea of that podcast. But I don't. Do they even do a podcast anymore? I don't even know.
All I see is the occasional Facebook post about how great West Virginia is, and then I get on there and talk about how shitty West Virginia is, and I anger the old people that are on that channel.
Oh
We
my
got
god!
ready for that conversation. That place is a dump.
Here we go.
If y'all want to separate and go to West Virginia, go for it. But leave Roanoke out of it. I'm good with not having to adopt, a couple million pillheads. But hey,
Um, it ain't no better here. So, but they do. That ain't got nothing to do with us. All right, let's get into it. This is episode 121. Hey, and guess what? Kyle Barnes hit me up again, and he told me that I've been lacking on posting the episodes. So I got them all posted the other night. Hell, they were posted before we would have went on Tuesday had I not been feeling like crap. And the reason we didn't go on Tuesday is all me, 100% me. I think Noah called it vegetosis or something like
yep,
that. I can't
vegetosis.
remember exactly what he called it. But anyways, um, dude, I had it rough. I couldn't have been on here. I'd have been coughing every 2 seconds. I got cough drop in now, trying to keep myself from coughing at all. But that's the reason we weren't on. But anyways, this is episode 121 of the Pitch Chatter podcast, and this week we got a new presenting sponsor. We got Stick With Me Signs, and you know what they say about Stick With Me Signs, though.
You, you
Come
stick,
on, man!
you stick it
This
on.
was an
I told
opportunity
you I
for
didn't
you.
have one yet.
It's an opportunity for you.
You,
I mean, you did this, and you wasn't even ready for it.
you stick it on stuff. But look, if you guys need stickers for real, you need race car stickers, whatever. Hit up my beautiful wife, Jordan. She gonna
Oh God!
get you right. Fair pricing, quick turnaround, and she actually does it herself. Unlike some people around here that just get their stuff like drop ship from wherever. But
Oh God! Here we go.
that's fine. She actually does the stuff herself. So y'all need whatever, not just race cars for your business. You want something made for your 16th quinceanera or whatever the hell they do,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
gotcha. I don't even know what the word you just said was, but okay.
Quinceanera.
What is that?
That's what they do in Mexico when they turn 16. It's like instead of a sweet 16, it's a quinceanera or whatever.
I never been to Mexico. I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
They do
Anyways,
okay, whatever.
anyways, if you need decals, hit up Jordan. Don't
Decal
hit up
stickers.
don't hit up Noah because you won't get anything done. But hit up Jordan.
Jordan will get you right.
Yeah, Noah will not.
Yeah, and
Emma,
please order some stickers because I can't afford to pay the bill. So if y'all don't order stickers, we're going to be living on the streets.
oh yeah,
So there's that.
yeah, okay. Anyways, Emily Co said I think everyone's sick. I'd say you're probably right. I'll be honest with you. I've had a rough I've had a rough couple of weeks. When we did the podcast last week, I didn't mention it. I don't even think I told you. But when I was at fairgrounds for the practice so 2 Saturdays ago now, um, mhm, I it was raining. at the end of the practice, and I decided I was stepping out of the tower. Well, my fat ass went rolling about 9 or 10 foot, I think, from the tower. It's a bad day when I'm just letting you know it's a bad day when your ankle is touching your ass cheek. Okay,
especially if
it's
that.
that's oh yeah, oh yeah, trust me. It's a bad day. Okay. So I haven't today I left the house. I think I've left the house like 4 times in the last 2 weeks. Um, which for me is unacceptable. I'm one of those people I gotta get the hell out of the house. I gotta go do something, every day. Um, and I have been unable to. I've been unable to walk for the most part for the last couple of weeks, and then getting this cold. Um, it just I'll be honest with you, by the time I told you the other day that we weren't doing the podcast, I was so over everything. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't walk, I couldn't do nothing. It was terrible. So but I'm
Mm-mm-mm.
able to walk now, I'm good. I'm good. I'm able to talk without coughing every 2 seconds, so that's good. So we're
I'm
good.
out there.
Yeah. Kent Chrisley said that Noah is putting it out there. Misty Meadows said, "Damn Noah, bringing out the rage bait early. He's
Why
always
not? Isn't that what this
bringing
show's
that
about?
out." Blake Melvin said he's heading back to friendship this week. Michael Anderson said, "Go Jordan Hinchee."
Michael Anderson. Jesus.
Robbie Young said, "MIP one."
you,
Robbie
you gave
Young,
it to me through the camera.
Robbie Young, you haven't been P1 in many years. Okay, and anybody that's seen you racing that Crown Vic knows P1 is not in your future. Just
Mm.
saying, just saying. Nathan Vance chiming in about West Virginia. He said West Virginia is not great. All to do is bang your cousins, do meth, steal copper, and hook up with women with ADD syndrome. All different.
But look,
Jesus,
if you need a place to ride your side by side, greatest state in the world.
epic. Yeah, epic. Hey, if you're
When
looking for a
you're
good
not
dirt
there to
track,
ride a side by side, just keep driving straight through.
listen. If you're looking for a good dirt track, there's several in West Virginia. So there's that.
Several in there, like two.
Oh well, God, there's no, there's way more than two. You got Princeton, Beckley, um, Elkins, West Virginia Motor Speedway, Tyler County Speedway, Ohio Valley Speedway. That may be the only six left at the moment. But yeah. Um so John Campbell, I'm not falling apart. I'm just at an age where I should not be falling, at an age and a weight that I should not be falling. Robert Austin, Lucas Oil Race this Saturday in PA for me. We know you're going up to see Brendan Butterbean Queen. That's the only reason you're going. So
Watch the asphalt guy put the whooping on him.
let's not get carried away. Let's not get carried away.
I hope he
Blake
does.
Melvin said Noah doesn't call that rat virus or whatever the hell they call it.
Look, I did just eat some Chinese food, so who knows what
Yeah, yeah, for
from
real.
China taste in Southeast.
Kent Chrisley said, "Last I heard, cousins are for practice."
That's right.
That's bad. Kimberly Smith. I don't know this chick. She said Robbie Young is P1 because he made it a complete practice and didn't spin out. That's pretty sad right there.
Is he still spinning out?
I mean, that's all he
I thought
does
we
is spin
grew
out.
past this, man.
No, no.
The Camaro was a little too much power for him, so he had to back it down a few horsepower to Crown Vic. I thought
It
he had
didn't
it
know.
under control.
It didn't know. Robert Austin said West Virginia Motor Speedway is great. And I'll be honest with you, I have not been to the new West Virginia Motor Speedway. It's a lot smaller now than it was. It was 5/8 of a mile, I think, the last time I was there. Now it's 3/8 of a mile. Um, but I mean, of all the tracks that I went to in West Virginia, and I'm trying to rack my brain on all of them, I would put it last of my experiences at racetracks. Not because it's a bad racetrack, but that's just how good the racetracks, the dirt tracks in West Virginia are. I mean, Princeton, Beckley, Tyler County, I-77 back in the day. Um, I never went to I-79 or whatever it was called up there. Um, but a lot of great tracks. I got to stop Robbie Young here. He's over here said that West Virginia sounds like Callaway. Don't disparage Callaway. Callaway is nice, but the racetrack, that's a whole different world. Okay, Whitey World and Callaway is not the same thing. Okay, let's just don't do that. Just saying. Blake Melvin, he said, I'll say after going for the first time last Saturday, Big Bo France has Oak Level looking nice.
Big Bo France.
Robbie Young said, nope, the whole practice, not one time. I didn't know what I was doing. Feel like I let my fans down. Well, if your fans are there just to see you spin, well, if they're
Maybe
there to
that
see
was the
you,
problem.
they're there
Were
to see
you
you spin.
trying to spin out, and then you actually made the car go
That may have
straight?
been what happened.
But when you try to drive it straight, you spin out. Maybe that's the problem. Just try to spin out for the rest of the year, and then you might get a win.
And like Chris Shepard, he said, what's up, fairies? This guy tries really hard, but he failed. That's all I can say about Chris Shepard.
1 out of
He
10.
tries really hard. I mean, just not just not doing too good on his attempts there. We're doing great, Chris. We are absolutely better than we should be, I'm sure. Anyways, let's dive into some of the topics of this past weekend. Of course, we didn't have the show Tuesday, so we're here on Thursday instead. Well, man, did you catch the car store uh, phenomenal race car store had at Anderson this past weekend?
I did. I watched it while I was in the cabin up there in Gatlinburg. It was it's pretty dope. That was a badass finish. I mean,
It was good.
because that race was about to be real boring until old buddy's tire started going flat, and I mean it ended up. That was just crazy. Hell of a way to get your first win in the series.
I mean, that was definitely a interesting way to get it, and you know, cool for the modified crowd. You know what I mean? It's not often that the modified crowd gets to come over to the fendered cars, and anybody, is able to win. I mean, back in the day at Friendship, Burt Myers, he would get in the late model stock and win some races there at Friendship when it was asphalt. So, um, yeah, it doesn't happen very often. Jeez, my appliance repairman is downstairs using her YouTube account because she's trying real hard to get the dryer fixed.
What does that
Just
have to do with YouTube?
because I don't. I
You got
guess
one of them fancy dryers to
she
play
can't watch
YouTube?
it on Facebook. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. Austin Smith said, "Damn, I'm the one that's late this week."
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh God, Robert Austin wants to know if you were at the Jeep invasion.
I want you to know, and I'm gonna try to remain as calm as possible here. How many F words am I allowed?
0.
I gotta let one fly.
Oh God.
Fuck every Jeep owner that's ever lived. Y'all are terrible people. I hate all of you. I hope you flip those Jeeps.
Oh God.
That was the stupidest thing I have ever seen in my life. Of course, my mother did not know that it was the Jeep Invasion week when she booked this trip.
Oh, you were out there.
Yes. And these Jeeps ruined the whole area.
Oh yeah, I guarantee it.
You would
I
be a
guarantee
Jeep
it.
guy. You would be. You would be. That makes a whole lot of sense. Like, what a bunch of douchebags. If you're going to have a cruise night like down here in Williamson, but times 3,000, I didn't even know there was that many Jeeps in the country. Go to a different road. Do it somewhere where it's not the main drag of the entire Gallenberg, Pigeon Forge, and Sevierville. Like, what are we doing, guys?
This is almost as good as the customer review. Yes.
It was pissing me off. It took us 45 minutes to get to the Krispy Kreme.
Oh, he's holding up your damn donuts.
I didn't want the donuts. I didn't want to leave the house. My darling wife wanted a donut. And so she talked me and said, fine, I'll leave the house. It took us 3 hours to get from our cabin to the donut place in Pigeon Forge and back to the cabin. It was ridiculous. I hate all of it. I mean, you're just driving a minivan anyway. Those are the same motors that go in the damn Grand Caravans. Y'all are a
It
bunch of
is.
losers.
It is. Hey,
The whole place is littered with ducks everywhere.
hold on. You got to answer Jesse King's question. He wants to know what's more annoying, the Jeep Bros or the Cart Bros.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if these cart dudes pull their carts to the track with a Jeep. They're closely related. They're brothers of the losers in the automotive world. Ridiculous.
Misty said that Robert raid baited you and he won. He didn't even know it either. That's the great part about it.
Dude, I was so pissed about that. And they really did. You couldn't go to, like, you were okay until like noon. And then it's until 11 o'clock at night. It's just nut to butt traffic with Jeeps everywhere. Ridiculous.
Did you catch any ducks?
No, I didn't catch any ducks. I ran over every single one of them that were in the road. I went out of my way. I was in and out of the lanes, running them stupid ducks over. I hate y'all. I hate them ducks. Lord have mercy. I mean, the traffic was so bad, y'all done killed Dolly. That's how bad it was.
Oh my God.
She was on the way to seek medical attention, and she got stuck in the traffic. See what y'all did? Yeah, put that comment up, too. I want to talk about that. Every business in Pigeon Forge, you can't park because they're full of people sitting on the side of the road like it's a damn parade. It was the parade. It was the Pride Parade is what it was. I mean, I'm trying to go to, whatever, McDonald's, get a burger, and you can't. The whole parking lot's full.
Oh, God. Krispy Kreme and McDonald's ruined it for you.
We weren't even trying to go to McDonald's. We were trying to go to Taco Bell, and we pulled up, and as soon as we got out the car, the guy came and locked the door and flipped the lights off at 9:15. What Taco Bell closes at 9:15? Okay, let me lower the blood pressure here before I stroke out.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, that was my Pigeon Forge experience.
Oh my God. Robbie said sounds like he's got to keep the duck on him at all times, just in case he sees you out.
Strongly, I was crashing out so bad. First off, I ruined the whole night because I was so bad and I was losing my shit. So everybody around me the night was I genuinely thought about starting to pick these ducks up and just start shoving them in the tailpipes of these Jeeps. Like, it's ridiculous. Couldn't go anywhere. Every restaurant's just full of dudes, and they're all wearing the same outfit. And they got their feet out on their little gay little peg on the side of the thing. They wiggle their toes at each other. That's how they say hi when they drive by. Losers. You know what? I hate Jeeps. I hate the whole Chrysler Corporation. I'm glad that the military switched to Humvees instead of Jeeps because that's what y'all deserve. You lost your privileges to help fight for them.
Allison Overton would like to know if she gets a Jeep. No, will you go down there with me next year and we can throw the ducks together?
I'll go down there with you, and I'm going to park at the intersection, and I'm going to put a brick on the pedal, and I'm going to send your Jeep straight into the traffic. And then I'm going home.
Holy smokes.
Dude, don't start.
This ain't quite as good as your customer review. It's pretty damn good. And I never knew we were going to get into this. I had no idea.
I'd forgot about it. It made me so that I ejected it from my mind.
Oh dear God.
Damn Jeep
Oh
and
my God.
this thing ever.
Misty, the thinking their bucket of ducks in the ticket booth at the haunt needs to make its way to the food booth this year.
I'm gonna pick every single one of them up and I'm throwing them in the hole in the porta potty.
Robert said he's glad we made your trip exciting. We could have went to the Hunt to Front race at Smoky Mountain.
Yeah, I would have had it. What time to start? 7. I would have had to leave at 11 a.m. and I still would have missed hot laps.
Oh my God. Allison Overton said even if she buys you donuts,
I didn't
you're
want.
still gonna kill her Jeep.
I didn't want the donuts. I didn't want to leave the cabin. I was having a good time playing pool, and I was trying to watch. That was on Thursday night. I was trying to watch, or Friday night. I was trying to watch the Legends race at Bowman Gray.
Yeah.
I missed the whole thing. I had to go back when I got home at 1 a.m. like a pilgrim and go watch it and pretend it was live.
Oh God.
Ridiculous.
I got a question for you. This is, not Gatlinburg related. Does Jordan, because I know she don't watch this crap, okay? Does she know that you have this admirer? Does she know that
No, she don't know.
you don't know about your secret admirer,
She
Allison?
don't know
Overton?
nothing.
I figured she might.
I don't think she's ever listened to one episode of this.
I guarantee she never listened to this segment.
She hates
don't
it.
want to hear this.
She dreads Tuesdays because she
That's
knows
why we did it on Thursday. She had to dread 2 days now.
Yeah.
And Noah told me beforehand he wants to do 2 shows a week. So I'm not really sure.
Good idea. I'm telling you. Pit Chatter After Dark. You got to subscribe, but we're going to get a little more Buck Wild on there. And I think we should do it on the weekend so that way I can get hammered and really get going.
Oh, dear God. I don't know if the world's ready for all
I also think we should invest in it like a school bus or a van. And we're going to have the Pit Chatter bus and we're going to travel to these different places.
As long as they're not asphalt races.
But we need to wall it off so it's like a party bus so we can drink in the back.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea.
Sure. Robbie Young said he thinks Jeep ride pretty good. Best thing out right now. Jesse King said sorry for the rage bait question.
Best thing.
Best thing what?
He said the best thing out there. It's got a minivan motor, dude. They're not even. They don't even have the good motors in them anymore. You're out here rocking with a Grand Caravan.
That's funny shit. Robert Austin said they never left the motel after 3. Allison Overton said that next year it's the August 19th through the 31st. So it's 12 days next year.
Well, I won't be going back that way because that place is like the biggest tourist trap I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, it definitely is.
No offense to Dolly, R.I.P. But there's really, unless you want to go to a Dollywood or the Ripley's, believe it or not, there's nothing to do.
Misty wants to know if she can be the bus driver. She promises to stay sober.
I've heard you make that promise before, and sometimes it gets out of
I can imagine that doesn't work out too good.
She usually keeps it, but every once in a while.
Doodle said that some of them have a Hemi.
Those are cool. Those ones are cool. I'm talking specifically the Wranglers. If you drive a Jeep Wrangler, you're a loser. And I don't like you. Just because of that. Y'all ruined my experience for all Jeeps.
Lord goodness. Robbie wants to know he wants how Kent's hair appointment went. Kent's in here. He's getting his butt hairs done now. Or he said lower, so I'm not really sure.
He's laying
if we want to get there.
With his cheeks.
Anyways, listen, let's not get sidetracked here completely. Car store. I guess the biggest story to come out of the car store. That was 20 minutes ago. We started talking about that. But anyways, um, biggest story of the weekend out of that. Landon Huffman tried to break his toe, kicking on the side of the car, and then got fined for it. What's your thoughts on that whole situation?
Eh, I mean, I guess I get it. I don't know if maybe the fine was appropriate. Maybe putting him on probation, but I also understand at the same time. And I don't know. All it's done is brought a lot of attention to it, so they can't be too mad.
Yeah, I mean, brought up a lot of attention to Landon and the car store.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's good
I
for
guess
both of
it's
us.
warranted. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think if he hadn't have kicked to the side of the car, he probably would have been okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume. Um, and I really got to say, you know, I've not been the biggest Landon Huffman fan, but I got to say, every time I watch him and listen to him, I find myself. I'm not going to say that I find myself becoming more of a fan, but I find myself appreciating him more. Just like his video, afterwards, he's like, you know, I didn't really. He's like, he said I did what I did, when I kicked the car. He said, but I should have handled it better. When the kid came to apologize to him. I don't know if you saw that video or not. The kid comes to apologize to him. Landon's a smart ass, and they end up jawing
Which he
again.
should have been.
Yeah, but
I mean,
listen.
you
So,
gonna
but
go out
here's the
there
thing.
damn near total somebody's car and be like, "Sorry, buddy."
Well,
What did sorry do?
but what else can he? He can't. There's nothing else he can do at that point. So at that point, he's doing the only thing he can do,
Exactly.
which is apologize.
You sit over there. You let me be angry over here, and that's that. And then
I
next
kind of
week,
understand
I'm gonna
that.
total your shit.
I kind of understand that, but at the same time, you know, he did. He may not have needed to, or maybe he shouldn't have, but he went over and he apologized, and Landon didn't handle that very well, and he said that too.
I mean, Will Stevens gave me about 53 apologies, and I told him each and every time to eat my ass and get out of here.
Yeah.
Just because you say sorry, don't fix it.
It definitely doesn't fix it. I agree with
Hey,
that.
the mayor of Rocky Mount, he's sorry too. Whoops, sorry.
Well, he no, he's probably not sorry. Actually,
Yeah, I don't think he's
maybe
sorry.
yes. I
No,
don't
that
know.
was not a great example. He is not sorry one
That was
bit.
not a great example. No, I mean that dude. He's still trolling about it. I mean, listen. And if I'm him, and I'm getting pussy from the whole town, and I'm not sorry either.
So
Okay.
I can't say the F word, but you can say that.
I don't. I'm just saying.
This is no longer a family show.
I'm just saying. This is the pay-per-view version, right? I
You better.
get confused. You got me confused.
Poor Will Smith has us on his TV for his whole nice Christmas. And we're over
His
here.
night just went downhill. Oh my
I
lord.
hope he ain't on here because it's a Thursday. I hope he was busy tonight.
Forgive me, Will. um, yeah. So Ken Chrisley asked, did the other dude get fined for going to Huffman's pit? Also, no, because that's not. So the wording was terrible of how they put out the penalty, but it was for how he acted in the pit. It wasn't for that. So no.
What I don't like with Landon is that he's not doing a very. I mean, he is doing a good job of promoting himself, but he should not. I listened to his thing he put out today, or maybe it's yesterday, where he was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, probably shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done this." But he don't apologize. Lean into it. Be like, "I meant every word I said. That dude's a bum." Lean into it. Sell some tickets here. Come on, have some personality.
But they may not race against each other again, so that's not a
It's like, exactly. So even more points. So the danger's less. So you don't have to worry about him, coming back next week and trying to wreck you again. Talk some trash. It's like in the UFC when they talk trash all the whole month long, and then they like shake hands and they're hugging after that. No, stop it. What are we doing?
right, right. That's
Hate
just how that
each other.
works.
Give me some
That's
entertainment. Promote
that's how that
yourself.
works. Though. That's how that works. Hey, answer Kevin Litton's question here, because I know he ain't talking to me, because I ain't going.
It's got my name in it, so yeah, he's not talking to you.
Oh, I didn't even see the Noah part.
We're gonna try. Although there's not a whole lot of point anyway, but we're gonna try to be there since it's the last race.
No thanks, Ken.
I'm allowed.
John Campbell said, "Did you see Shenandoah's infield flooded on Saturday?" And I did about 300 times. And I'm going to say this being very, very, very nice. Okay, if the people in this business spent the same amount of time promoting the things that they're doing as they did the stupid things that happen, there'd be more people in the stands at these racetracks. There's 100,000 people that have seen the infield flooded. They know nothing about the racing there. They're never going to see anything about the racing there. But those same 100,000 people had never seen anything about the race actually happening. I'm not downing Chris. Chris does a great job. It's just psychology and the way that we do things. It just doesn't make any sense.
I thought the video I saw was AI.
Yeah, yeah, of the Crown Vic.
What in your brain? You have two options here. You're like, hey, so I can go out on the racetrack and I can drive around. Or, hear me out, I'm going to just chug right through this with my nice race car. I'm going to drive right into 4 feet of water. What an idiot. Who is that guy?
Wes Gibbons. I'm not real sure.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Why would
it
you
was,
do that?
It was not the smartest thing for sure. Robbie Young said, "I have to watch my language." Sorry. You should not have your kids watching this show. Terrible. Misty Meadows said she makes her want to buy some more Landon Huffman shirts.
I just want him to stop backing out. People already don't like him. So lean into it. Be the bad guy. Don't, get yourself in trouble, get a fine and all this. That's great promotion. And then be like, I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't have done that. No. Lean into it. Call somebody else out while you got their attention. Be like Carson Lofton. I'm coming for you next, brother.
This is not the WWE.
You better move. Yes, it is.
Although
it is.
I agree with your point. Okay, 100%. From a self-promotional standpoint, I agree with you 100%. But there's fine lines in this thing, and especially when you got $100 and some $1,000 race car, I'm with you.
It don't matter. Everything is about self-promotion.
Kent and Kevin want you to know the finale's in September. It's not this weekend. So.
Since when?
Well, they've done added races or something. I'm not real sure. Robbie Young. So that's why you're the wizard. Get the hell off the wizard, okay? Go talk to Big Bo France about that. Gary Smith, if you're going to walk up to someone's door, at least drag them out of the car.
Gary, after that Stock 4 championship, you should have walked up to Keyshawn and jerked him right out the car when he was doing his burnout. That would have been hilarious.
I think he wanted to.
You should have. What's he going to do? Suspend you?
Right.
You should have just jerked him.
You are suspended for the rest of, nothing.
The night.
Yeah. 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 I mean, Gary, I see your point there, but same time, I mean, he got his point across. He got his attention on Facebook, and I thought Landon handled that part of it very well.
At least he didn't wear his helmet. That's my least.
Oh no, he definitely didn't wear his helmet.
Go over there like looking for a fight, but they got their helmets on. Like, take it off.
No, the best part was he carried his helmet with him, and when he got up there, his wife took it from him. So she followed him all the way up there just to carry his helmet back. That was my favorite part.
Just to take his weapon away.
I guess.
Now, see, that is something. Now, it is egregious. But I would love every minute of it if he just bashed him over the head. What was that guy on the Steelers that got his head smacked?
Yeah.
Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
Just got his head beat in by the helmet. That would be awesome.
Jesus. What'd you make of Bowman Gray? They had their championship night this past weekend. It rained after one full race and like half of the modifieds, a little over half of the modified race. They called it the night, called the championships as they stood. What'd you make all that?
I mean, that sucks because Bowman Gray is they're one of the rare places that they really do have like a hard stop. Like you can't go any further. Obviously a college plays football there.
Well, they do have a rain date of this weekend, I believe, built into the schedule.
Well, then they probably should. I would have just.
They don't use them though. They just don't use the rain dates.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. That was like a common joke. Like they ain't used the rain date since like '98 or something.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I think the modified race was rigged. That was
Oh
that
God.
was a classic Langley job right there. Every top guy in the championship just like wrecks out at the same time, and they're like, "Oh, Burt Myers, he's the champion." Like,
Oh God.
this is a little suspicious to me, but hey, congratulations, the bitch ass Burt. Happy for you, brother. Still doesn't change the character of your person, but that's okay.
Wow. I'm not touching that one at all. Warren Yoder said Gary got his point across that night. He said, "I'll never forget getting the bird."
Yeah, I just relived that the other day. I didn't have service, so
Mm-hmm.
I had to go back and download a couple podcasts because I was going to not have service, and that was one of the ones
Was
that
that
the
during
podcast
the Jeep thing? You
did.
didn't have service because everybody was
No,
dragged
it was while
down,
I was at
or
work. But I re-downloaded I downloaded our podcast we did the next week after the championship, and there was so much stuff that I forgot that I got to
oh my
read.
God. I every now and then I go back and listen to certain episodes.
That championship night was a magical night, man.
It was.
Should have had a
It
couple
was.
more of them going out of business races.
I was trying to have a whole, 6 or 8 races and going out of business this year, but it didn't work out. John Campbell said wrong way to end the championship weekend. Peyton Ramsey said, "My question is, they have radar to look at. They knew the rain was coming and still wasted all that time with driver intros." Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like championship night, you kind of really do have to do the.
it's
But
a it's a double edged sword.
is there like, do they have a noise ordinance or something? Why couldn't they have said
Yeah,
we'll
I think they have a hard curfew.
but like, could they not have postponed it to
Well,
Sunday?
I think they were going to go through the curfew that night, from what Corey Latham told me. But I don't know. I guess it rained for a long period of time. Sunday, I don't think was an option. So I don't know.
Yeah, that
Doodle
sucks.
said, and they had the jet drivers from Holmesville there. So your admirer wants you to know that you're grumpy,
I was in a great mood till somebody brought up the damn Jeep invasion. That just ruined my whole night all over again.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna do nothing after this. I'm gonna go right to bed. Just go to sleep all angry. I hate them. I hate all you people.
Oh god. Um, did you see where Bobby Pierce, when he won this past weekend in the World of Outlaws? It was his 19th World of Outlaws win of the season, which gives him the record as the winningest driver in a single season, the World of Outlaws. I don't know if we'll ever see anybody this dominant again.
No, probably not. But no, I did not see that.
Yeah, I didn't figure you did.
I don't like dirt. Dirt's for losers. Dirt's for Jeep guys and kart racers.
Oh my god.
Those are the kind of guys that like Jeep, that like dirt racing. How do you win
Yeah.
that many in one season in that tour?
You got to be damn good, and he's damn good.
I guess,
I
but
mean,
luck don't even account for that.
no, you just got to be damn good. And I mean, I'm not a Bobby Pierce fan. I'm not a fan. I'm not a hater either, but I'm just not a big fan of Bobby Pierce. And dude's magical.
Yeah,
Was
that's
glad
right.
to see
How many
the World of
races they
Outlaws.
got left?
Oh hell, I don't know. Um, Probably 8 or 9. I'm gonna guess just
So
off the top of my
he'll
head.
probably get him a couple more then.
Robert Austin, who is a big Bobby Pierce fan, says Bobby Pierce is a beast. And he is. He like, which Scott Bloomquist said, I can't remember, some podcast, and he said something about they asked him about would there ever be another driver, as good as him, and he said that Bobby Pierce was going to be the guy. And well, here we are. So
Yeah, good call.
this is one of my favorite comments of the night right here. Ronnie gives us that the only people that like asphalt is Noah and Whitey Tyler.
Ronnie, you liked it just fine when you was getting your money every weekend from the asphalt. You loved it then.
I mean, That's a good comment.
Yeah, I'm
We should
saying there's a
take a
reason why
picture of that one
NASCAR
and
got
hang it up
rid.
on the wall.
NASCAR got rid of all the dirt tracks. I mean, and they
Yeah,
tried to bring it back, and it failed so miserably. They were like, "Yeah, we're never doing that again."
well, the manner in which they brought it back had a lot to do with that. So, John Campbell said Pulaski track doesn't have the crowd like back in the day. No track does, except for Bowman Gray on occasion. So,
Pulaski really struggling with the fan count. They don't have like any crowd.
you know,
It's rough.
Will does not appreciate you.
I know he don't.
You got to understand that the place is packed. There's people there. They're just dressed up as concrete bleachers.
Yeah, I guess it just makes it look worse. It probably is compared to other tracks. It's probably like a normal size crowd, but the stands are so
Oh God,
stands that it
that's
just
what
makes it look worse.
I tell people all the time. You don't understand. Like, and this is no slight, and I may get hell for this. But when I was working at Southern National for Mike Diaz in 2015, Wake County, they get good crowds. You know, it was just funny. They're good crowds with the same size because the place is so compact. With the same size as the ones at Southern National, and the same people that went to Wake County and bragged about how big the crowd was over there would go to Southern National the next day and go, "Damn, what do you think's wrong with this place? There ain't nobody here."
Yeah,
It's all, it's all aesthetics. I mean, it's just like, at the beginning of the year, we're talking about how packed out Oak Level was. Well, we're not talking about that no more because there's too many damn seats there now. It's just part of it.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. It just makes it look bad. But what I mean, what are you gonna do? Tear out half the bleachers? I've only known one guy that had a stupid idea like that.
I mean, I would have tore out the bleachers at Franklin
Yeah,
County
you were the one
if
stupid guy.
I'm just, I'm just saying.
That
I would have
adds
tore.
the. I love the aesthetic of Franklin County. You would have took half.
I love it too,
You
but
would have took half the ambiance out if you had. If
no, I would have added to it the way that I would have done it. But that's a whole nother
it just
conversation that'll
every
never be
track,
had anyway.
every other track I've been to, when you're on the backstretch, it just feels so lonely out there.
Hmm.
But like at Franklin County, it's the only place you ain't got. And even in 3 and 4, there's people sitting up underneath the scoreboard. I mean, there's people all the way around the track, and it just makes for a great. I love that vibe of it.
Yeah, yeah. Ronnie Gibson said, "I'm a dirt track now. Noah, you keep that ass and you fall."
Yeah, you like dirt now because that's where you get paid from on the weekends. I mean,
I don't think he's working at any dirt track. So
no,
just,
well,
just let's be clear here. Um, Robert Austin said Pulaski's boring. John Campbell said when you were taking pictures at Motor Mall, it was packed with people. Yep, it was. Me and John spent a bunch of nights up there, and place was definitely packed out
I mean, I
during
remember
that
going to
time.
like just a regular weekly show in like 2012 at Motorbrown, and there was a good crowd there.
Well, that was the height of the free ticket era, and paying out the ass to the racer to get the cars there. But yeah, I would agree. Robert
That's back.
Austin said, "Watching Jeep on the strip and Pigeon Forge is much more exciting than Pulaski." Just say,
You would think that.
Jesse King said Pulaski seats 11,000. Wish it could be full, but it would take a major event for that to happen. Oh, 100%. Tour destruction. It'll happen in 2 weeks or next week. Next Saturday, place me slammed. I mean, that's what puts ass in the seats now is things like that. So,
Well, everybody loves that. There's only a certain amount of people that like racing, but it don't matter if you rich, poor, whatever. Everybody loves watching tour destruction stuff.
yeah, 100%. I agree. Ronnie Gibson, only dirt track I would. Yeah, I get what you're saying. He said it would only work at a dirt track if I was running it. He said he's just a watcher, just a fan. So,
Well, that's unfair to say because every asphalt track in this area, except for Pulaski, is closed.
no, hold on. That was one of the topics that I had listed. That we were going to talk about tonight. Is there a race coming up at Franklin County?
Allegedly, that's what I've heard.
I keep hearing about it.
I haven't
I've
seen nothing though.
I ain't seen nothing either.
Maybe Whitey's trying a personal approach this time. He's going to reach out individually to each and every person that he wants to come to the race.
Here's what Kent Chrisley, what I told Kent Chrisley. Okay. Kent asked me about it, and I told him, I said, I ain't seen nothing. I said, but here's what I heard. Okay. I heard that because, he took and, used Facebook and had his ads on TV last time, and he let everybody know about it that way, and he didn't get nobody. So he's figuring if he just doesn't tell anybody about it, that they'll all show up.
Yeah, that's true. He also said that you screwed it up for him.
I still ain't figured that part. What did I do again?
You were telling people it was canceled. Remember?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I don't remember that, but I forgot about it either way. Noah and Whitey can host it, Robert said.
Yeah, I don't think I'm welcome to work with Whitey.
I'm telling you, he
I
said that
don't think he
anybody
would.
can lease the track and he'll even loan you the money.
How does that work? You loan me money to pay you? Why are we doing that? Wouldn't you just say just pay me when you can? I mean,
I'm not really sure, but not really sure. John Campbell said Tony Stewart's series at Notre Dame was the last time Notre Dame was full, and it wasn't really even full then.
yeah.
It was a good crowd, but the drone, the overhead shots showed that it wasn't. It was actually the lightest crowd um, on a percentage basis, I guess.
It
That
also fools
that
you.
series had.
The perspective fools you. Because if you're sitting at the top of the stands at Motor Run, you're looking down, you're like, damn, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah,
You go and you look from the pits up and it looks empty.
yeah.
It's kind of like Franklin County. I noticed that the first time I went in the pits. Franklin County, the facility didn't look half bad from the seats. You go to the pits and you're looking up, and you're like, this place is
What the hell? Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Your
For
perspective
sure.
has a lot to do with it.
All right. So what's the I mean, is there a race at Franklin County? Allegedly, is there a race at Franklin County in the next? I've been told that it's this
Supposed to be
Saturday,
like
and I've
next
been told
week,
that it's
isn't it?
next Saturday. So I've been told both. So I don't know. Anybody in the comments can tell us if there is a race or is not a race.
We'll see.
If anybody can tell us, it'd be that Kent Chrisley guy.
Call
I mean,
White.
he
Get him
he
on.
knows everything. Oh, yeah, I ain't calling that. I ain't calling that jackass.
Why not?
I'll pass.
I could call him. I bet you wouldn't recognize my voice.
Probably not.
I'll just pretend like I'm a random person. Hey!
We talked a little bit about Pulaski, you know, crowds, but they had a race this past weekend. Mike Looney and Kyle Dudley split the wins in the limited late model division, which sounds funny to say after all their late model stock dominance there. And Kyle Barnes took the win over Daniel Eakin and Jimmy Mullins. So Kent Chrisley said no one will tell him nothing.
Yeah, well, that's probably because there's no race.
I'm betting there is one. I'm betting there's going to be a race. If I had to guess, I'm going to bet that there is one. Lauren Yoder, what is the price to lease Franklin County for a year? Well, it depends on who you ask.
Your soul, your reputation,
Yes.
and probably
Yes,
like
yes.
$50,000.
I don't know if you actually have to pay anything.
Oh, if
I'm
I'm
not
leasing
really
the
sure.
track and he'll loan me the money, I'm taking that money and he ain't never getting $1 because he's just gonna do a handshake deal. That's fine. I don't know what money you're talking about, Your Honor. I never got a cent.
He said, but just like 85, America's 250, big, beautiful Labor Day,
Yep.
turn off the stoplight race.
Yep.
Something
Rolls
like
right
that.
off the tongue.
Is the thrift store still open? I ain't heard nothing about it.
I don't know. Last I heard about it, people were not happy about the prices.
That was hot and heavy on the Star News there for a bit.
Well, I guess he hasn't made a payment to what's his face in a
To
now.
Charles? Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Christina Maggard said, I'll nominate Kent to go and check it out for us. He's probably the only one willing to do it.
Call up Whitey, let us know.
Lauren Yoder, how much crypto? Lauren, that's how you lose your account right there. Okay. You done got it back. Big Bo France lost his lost his account for a while
I
for
bet
saying
you
stuff on here.
I could scam him into the trade. I have like 450,000 of a coin that's worth like 12 cents. I bet you they'd be like, "Waddy, I got 450,000 Shibu Inu coins. Okay, it's all yours.
Yeah,
I'll
I
transfer
mean,
it over."
you know what the problem is? It'd be your luck that you transfer those over to him, and they go from 12 cent to like
Yeah,
thirty
probably,
dollars a piece overnight. Okay,
probably.
I mean that would be exactly what would happen to you. Oh God.
Yeah, that'd probably be what happened.
Robert Austin, are you partners with White Hat at the store, Langley? No, I don't believe I am. I don't even know what's going on at the store. Okay. He
Hey,
did try to convince me that I needed to open one.
that'd be a good item for the Race 22 store. A white hat that says just like 85 on it.
Or Yoder said, I actually lost my old account again. Back to the new account. Jesus. I think you should just stop, Lauren. You should just,
Just give
mosey
up
on
on
with
it.
this one right here. I don't think I'd worry about that other
You know
one.
why? It's because you're talking about bad about the president and the beef prices, and he took it away.
I mean,
He
I'm
took
not,
away No Rest Farms. He said this is now America Farms, just like Lake Ontario.
I'm not getting into politics. John Campbell said, what happened to Piedmont Raceway, the go-kart track? I have no idea. I never heard of it. Where's it at?
They host pride parades there now.
Is that the one that was supposed to have been in front of the right there beside a B-99? I don't I don't know what Piedmont Raceway, the go-kart track is. I'm not 100% sure. So
Can we have like a fun go kart track, like a Thunder Valley that allows alcohol?
listen, they allow alcohol.
Yeah, good luck with
Keep it
that.
in a cup.
Yeah, I want to go to a place where they, you know, they actually turn the carts up a little bit, let you actually have some fun.
So you want them to not only turn up, you want them, if we're going to be turning up beers and turning up the carts.
Yeah.
This sounds like a great business idea.
I've always wanted to do, and you know what? We'll do it on Friday nights. We'll have the 6-pack challenge. You run one lap, and you have to pull in the piston. You have to chug a beer, and then you run 3 laps, come in, chug a beer, and the first person to finish their 6-pack is the winner. Now that's some go kart racing I would watch. No, not a good idea. Okay.
Lauren said, as long as it's not Argentina Farms. Allison Overton, she's stuck on those Jeep. She said she wants to have a Jeep invasion. Hey, you can have one at the old big beautiful race speedway thing. When you do it over there.
Have fun.
Chris Lilly said y'all should have came swimming Saturday. Didn't look like a good time to me, Chris. To be honest.
Well,
Didn't
unfortunately,
look
the
like
pool was full of your Crown Vic drivers.
yeah. 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 There's no room for swimming.
I swear
So
to God, I thought that was AI when I saw that clip.
Peyton Ramsey said champ carts at Franklin County used to get down. I am sure of that. I watched the dude break his back there. So I
I ain't
even
saying
people
that's
wanted to come practice those things. I was like, please don't get out there.
I've gotten to see everything at Franklin County except for like the old mini cups. I never got to see them there.
Oh Lord, you got to go watch videos from the
That's what I want to see
2013
because the old
season.
Buck Wild clips,
No,
and
no,
they
no.
the
Go
baddest ones
past
out there.
go past the Buck Wild ones. Go to 2013. We were averaging 21 of them son of bitches, and they were good. Okay. They were flipping. I mean, dude got hit in the head by a carburetor standing on pit road. I mean, it was great. Okay. It was great.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was good time. Really good times. Do want to give a shout out to Chris Lilly. He's here in the comments about getting his show in. Took him 3 days to get his 2-day show in, but he did get it in. So
That's what it takes sometimes.
also want to give a shout out to Friendship. Did you see all the money they were raising for Sully, I believe? Maybe I don't know the whole backstory there. But Tyler Stinson, he was in here a little while ago. He raised a bunch of money I don't know how much the track ended up raising. They had a bunch of fundraisers, had a bunch of stuff from Burt Myers and Tim Brown and some cup people and some different things that they auctioned off and raised some money, so which is really cool.
Don't sit here and try to make Bert seem like a good guy. Okay.
I'll let you be that guy, and I'll just
That'll get a little bit of his karma back. He's a little
listen.
less shitty.
Me and Bert have had our moments, but I'm good with Bert.
I wish I had known. I didn't really hear nothing about it. I guess I'm not in the
Yeah.
algorithm as much as I should be.
Tyler Stinson said, "I'm still here." Track got over $10,000 a here. That's awesome, man. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's the great thing about racing people. Racing people will go out of their way. They can hate each other, but they'll go out of their way to help somebody. So, John Campbell said, "What did y'all think of the Legends at the Madhouse?" No, while you were being a pilgrim and watching it, can you tell us what you thought about the Legends at the Madhouse?
It would have been better live.
Would it have? I mean, honestly,
I don't know,
not
but that's
really.
pretty cool. I mean, that was the best racing that's been at Bowman Gray in probably 30 years.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
those cars were actually proportionately
Oh, they're
correct
perfect for that track.
for the
100%.
track.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was actually really cool. I didn't know how it was going to work out
yeah.
because Bowman Gray doesn't exactly produce great racing, but legend cars
Yeah,
were pretty damn awesome on that thing.
yeah. It was good. It was a good event. I'm glad they're planning on doing it again. Um, I don't really have any other thoughts about that. But Lauren Yoder said, "Imagine 20 Brian females." I don't know what the hell he's spelling here. Running mini cup. That's what it was
Freezing.
like. Yeah, and it really was. It was crazy. I mean, that was some of the best times. That was our first season that we ran there, and that was some of the best times we had.
Yeah, I'm
I
sad I
thought
didn't see him.
I thought that what's his name died 2 or 3 times there in crashes. I don't know why his name's drawing a blank in my mind right now, but crazy stuff. Kimberly said, "Don't forget about Brian Feevell riding on top of the mini cup with a beer in his hand. He gets wrecked on the first lap. Okay, goes to his trailer, gets his beer, comes back out while they're trying to get the car off the track with his beer in his hand. The guy that he had been having a rivalry with all year goes to come by. Well, he just stops him, jumps on top, grabs, rides him around. Jaden is one of the officials. Okay, Jaden said that he got the dude stopped. Um, well, Steve Teeter was his name, and he got the dude stopped over there, and he said he got Brian off there. He said Brian looked at him and said, "Thank you." He said, "I didn't think I was going to make it off there." It was good stuff.
What do they do when they wreck? Do you like tow it, or do you just get like 4 officials out there that just kind of up, up, up?
Um,
You just carry it back to the pits.
a lot of times when they break and stuff, you didn't even bother to get nothing out there to pull them off. You just had somebody push them off the track. People walk around with them. So, um, Tyler Stinson said we had a legend come make some laps at the ship Saturday. Never seen one before. It was fun to watch. Dude, legends cars, especially on dirt, I really come to enjoy them. They race at Princeton. Princeton's been averaging 18, 20 cars in that division. Beckley about the same. Man, I really would like to have seen them at Ararat. Um, that was one of the things that I wanted to do there. We never got to do.
Yeah, I haven't
But
got to
they're
see
really cool on dirt,
it. That'd be pretty
and they're
good.
good on asphalt too. Don't get me wrong. I love a good legends race. I mean, I hate like the last couple of races at Motor Mile haven't had very many cars, and it's tough when you don't have very many of them because they're so small. And
I
you
think
know,
people underestimate them literally just because of the size. I don't think people realize the amount of skill it takes to wheel one of those things.
oh Lord,
I mean, you can go back on Chris Lilly's thing and watch his in-car cameras, and there ain't a moment where their hands aren't sitting here doing this. So they're going down the straightaway, sitting here. You're like, what in the hell is going on in that car?
I'm gonna give you a direct quote from Wes Givens, and Wes Givens drives anything and everything, and does all kinds of crazy stuff. And I was talking to him about the Legends car one day, and he said, "You want the truth?" And I said, "Yeah." He looked at me. He said, "It's the sketchiest shit I've ever been in my life." He said, "They are on the edge." He said, "And if I'm going to," he was driving other people's cars at the time, I think Wheats or somebody's. And he said, "Man," he said, "I don't." He said, I don't want to destroy somebody else's car. He said, because it is so on edge. You are so wrecking every lap. I mean, probably that does something there.
Takes a lot of skill.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Kimberly said Jeff Stump, and that's who I was trying to think of. Yeah, I've thought at least twice that I watched him, kill himself there in a mini cup, but he just gets out. He's good to go. Thought one night his wife was going to kill me, but that's a
Yeah,
whole
they're
nother
like
story.
laying down in the
Oh
thing.
yeah, 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 for sure. John Campbell said, I'm surprised the mini cup series never took off around this area. Well, it did. So there was a period of time, that they did take off. The Virginia Mini Cup series, which was based out of Roanoke for a long time, with Bo Wines and then Willie Wines, and then back in the day. Um, they had 30 plus cars, dang near every race. Wayne Corprew, Dennis Holdren, there's a lot of guys. Josh Brown came through, the mini cups. There's a lot of people that come through the mini cups back in the day, um, and so they were big at one time, and they kind of slacked off, and then right there around that Buck Wild time period, which was 2011, and into 2013 when we were there, for the first year, they were big, and they're like that everywhere. They're hit or miss, everywhere in the country. There might be somewhere right now that has 20 or 30 of them. But for the most part, they've died out. Great division though. Put on some great races. The drafting, I mean, them racing like at Franklin County specifically, and Ace, it's like Talladega and Daytona, for real cars. And I mean, they would draft, and they were just so exciting to watch. Um, and Kimberly said she thinks Pulaski has a Virginia Mini Cup race this weekend. So I don't know how many cars they're getting now. I know the Birch Stressers used to be big in that.
I
A
haven't
lot of
heard
a lot of guys.
any track talking about mini cups for
No,
since I've been involved, and that's been 5 years now.
I know the Virginia Mini Cup Series. They've been running, 8, 10, 12 races a year, every year. They run down at Southern National, which I'm sure is an exciting place to watch them if they got enough cars. Probably the only thing exciting down there, but that's a whole other story. Except on iRacing, I guess. Um, all right, what else we got? I don't think I got anything else from this past weekend. Looking back here, well, yeah, Oak Level. Got rained out after the Hornets race. Man, Oak Level was taking it on the chin with this rain. Oak Level and Friendship really um, been really difficult. So rain's been hard on every racetrack, but those two specifically. Misty Meadows said I wanted to bring back the mini cup, but I got fired. Yeah, okay. Um, I don't know if you can bring back mini cups. I don't know why they went away, but I don't know if they can be brought back unless you have a bunch of them. John Campbell or the Bando series, the new mini cup. Not really. These are specifically for kids, bandoleros. So not really, but they are similar, I guess.
I don't
Uh,
know. I've seen some questionable like 15-year-olds look
oh
like
yeah,
that are
no, I'm with you.
some
I'm
bando.
with you. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Steve Hurley said, "Congratulations to Lee on full time ride." That's one topic that I didn't have on this, but I had wanted to talk about. Um, Lee Pulliam getting a full time ride in the I don't even remember the name of the team. The Peterson Group, in the O'Reilly's Xfinity Bush, whatever it is now, series. Uh, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's pretty awesome. He finally gets a chance after all this time.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is really cool.
hopefully he makes the best of it. I've never heard of that team, so I don't know if they're a good team or if they're a back marker or a middle of the pack. I don't know.
Well, they've got an RCR alliance, so they're only going to be so bad, I guess. Um,
Hopefully
I
he does
don't.
with it.
We'll see what happens.
You never know.
Hopefully he
Maybe he
does.
does great and he could, go further. You
Yeah, he has the potential for it for sure. I mean, I don't think we've ever seen a more talented, asphalt, late model racer in this region. So hopefully he can make the most of it and do some good things in that. Tyler Stinson said the ship got lucky, literally watched the storm pass us and rain and all.
know.
And Kimberly chiming in, she said rain at Oak Level the past 4 races. So it's definitely been rough for sure. Lauren Yoder said, "It seems like every support division in the area can really have some good years and then fall off." Well, in our specific immediate area, that's because it has no damn stability. You never know when Pulaski's going to be open. You never know when Whitey's going to get off of his medication. And, Franklin County, that, specifically, on the asphalt side. But it's been weird to watch, you know, Friendship, for example, the Hornets have the biggest class at air out last year. They don't exist over there. They have them, they get two or three of them, and it's a waste of their time. They did have a Seahawk race this past weekend. I think it had 27, 28 cars, which was good. But I don't know. I don't know what the answer there is. On some of these divisions, but like the mini cups, they went through that thing and then they just crashed. So, which all the rest of these divisions they have those up and down, but they seem to get flat enough to keep themselves going. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, it can make a comeback or some form of them. I'd really like to see him. That's about the only thing I haven't gotten to see. I guess like the classic street stocks, I never really got to see. I mean, I got to see the Boo Carlisle tour, but I mean
That's a
those are late
that's a
model.
half late model, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're just a late model on a stock car chassis is all it is. So
Yeah. Tyler Stinson said they had 26 Crown Vics at Friendship this weekend, which was really badass. I know y'all gained two or three once Oak Level canceled. Crown Vics in general on the rise everywhere.
oh yeah, they're exploding.
I really, felt like, if we'd have been at Ararat this year, they would have averaged, 15 to 20 cars there, which is, about what they're averaging, I believe, at Friendship. Oak Level's average has been a little bit less than that, but you're starting kind of from scratch over there, minus the two or three guys that raced in Ararat. Yeah, Natural Bridge, steadily building car count in that division. They'll have an off week here or there, but they are steadily building it up. So it's good to see, the Crown Vics getting the recognition that they are because they're the best races of the night most of the time. Those in the Hornets, man, I really feel like are some easily some of the best racing. Stock fours, some of the best racing there is anywhere for sure. Tyler
Yeah,
Stinson.
fortunately, the popularity is starting to drive up the price of Crown Vic.
Well, that's it. Kind of comes with it, which okay. But I mean, it's not just that. I mean, the price of everything's going up, and they're kind of going along with that and the popularity too. Tyler Stinson said, honestly, if it wasn't for the Vic class, a lot of people couldn't afford to get into racing. Me being one of them. Oh, I totally agree. And there was a time when, that was the U cars, the Hornets, the Stock Force, or whatever, on that side. Um, you know, but Crown Vic definitely, and I think these Crown Vics take a lot more of a beating, and bounce back. Big ass boats. They bounce back a whole lot more. Um, so, but they're really good, and I can't wait to see them at the fairgrounds. Um, I know, Fairgrounds tiny racetrack, fairly narrow. And I hope we get a bunch of them on that. And I don't need, eight of them, to be a bunch of them on that racetrack. So we'll see. But looking forward to the Crown Vics there for sure. Lauren Yoder said Noah would have loved to watch the Daltons, Dean Sutphin, Hank Turman, Brent Bell, et cetera, at Pulaski. Oh, absolutely. Jamie Sweeney, all them guys from that class back in the day, you know. And I mean, I've told you stories, Dean Kennedy, Doodle Lane, Mike Looney, Joe Taylor, Matt Taylor, that whole class of guys there, at Franklin County in that kind of that a little bit of era right before that, I guess. Good times for sure.
That's what I love true stock car racing. I mean, these late models and mini stocks now, I don't want no purpose built tube chassis. Show me a car that last week was on the road that you bought off of Facebook Marketplace, and this week it has a Cajun in this race. That's what I want to see. And I guess Crown Vics are pretty much like new street stocks.
They
Like,
are.
a little slower, but
Well, yeah, but they're modern day street sites. That's what I told somebody, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago when we, tried to try them, the first time in Franklin County. They, you
yeah,
know,
couldn't get nobody.
I
And
owned.
now
Listen, I owned 5 cars and we averaged three. I mean, it was great. Um, you know. But yeah, they are. They're modern day street stocks, and they put on the kind of racing that the street stocks put on that Lauren and Kent Grizzly, are referring to there. So
Did you really have 5 of them?
I owned five of them, and I averaged three.
Well, I know one of them you let Keyshawn drive it, and he just refused to work on it. And then
Yeah,
wasn't it your brother-in-law that killed the one, hitting the gate and then the inside wall and then the outside wall?
we killed a lot of stuff there in that period of time.
That was the funniest wreck I've ever seen.
That was
He hit the
the
wall. He hit the wall like 4 times before he slowed down.
the gate man hitting the gate was great for sure.
He got out the car. I'm like, "You all right?" He's like, "What the hell, man?"
Yeah,
That was hilarious.
yeah, it was good stuff for sure. Tyler Stinson said we are already getting called street stocks with four doors. I agree with
I
that.
mean, that's what they are, really.
John Campbell, could you put a crate motor in a Crown Vic? Don't get started, John. Don't get these idiots started. They'll create 13 new classes of Crown Vics if you get these people started. I'm just telling you right now. I mean, we're already going. We got outlaw rules in some places, and tighter rules at others. More stock, and I don't think we. I think we need one unified set of rules. If they take the Harris rules and every racetrack just runs those, it'll be fantastic. So, and most of them are close. You get some people out there every now and then, but most of them are close. So, Tyler, stay away from crate motors. I'm just telling you right now, stay away from crate motors. Don't need it.
I
A crate
would
motor,
love
buy
to
you a
see
late
it
model.
though, just as a science experiment.
No, that's how this stupid shit happens. Okay.
I wanted to see, a bit a Crown Vic go out on asphalt with like some big fat Hoosiers on it. I just want to see what the lap times would be like. Now, as far as the racing goes, keep them with the way they are. The racing is fantastic. They're slower than dog shit, but it's awesome to watch.
It is awesome.
I mean, the air raid, it looked like they were going approximately 35 miles an hour around that track.
I think you might be giving them about 10 mile an hour too when you say the
But the racing
going bad.
it was awesome.
Hell no, dude. No nitrous. I mean, just because you ran nitrous in your cars, don't mean we need nitrous
I'm
in your
starting to
Crown Vics.
think.
Okay?
I'm starting to think. I've watched every Cletus Crown Vic race for 2 years now. I'm starting to think there's no nitrous in them bottles. Because you see, they're going down the straightaway and you see their light blink because when they hit the button, the light blinks, but they don't move forward at all. So I'm thinking that he's just messing with them at this point. He probably the nitrous bill probably got out of hand.
He probably has it in his car, just not the rest of them.
Yeah, probably.
Whatever works. Whatever works. All right, did we talk about everything we need to talk about?
I guess so.
I mean, I hate to end it. I missed Tuesday. I'm glad we did this one. Maybe we'll do Noah's paid show one week.
After dark.
I mean, we just need two people in there so we can talk to you. That's about all we're gonna get to pay. Kent Chrisley will pay. I'm pretty sure. That dude's got money. He's
Either
just
do a
falling out of his
subscription or
ass.
do $1 a show.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Lauren Yoder said, I really like the street stocks with rear leaf springs, real cars. Absolutely. Good times. For sure.
Talking about.
Appreciate you, Tyler. Now they're just going over all the fun things. Allison Overton said, Noah, mark your calendar for next year, August 19th through the 21st, Jeep Invasion.
You know what I think about that?
No, listen, hold on. Don't say it. We need to send you back, but we need to put a live. You need to be live the whole time.
I could do it with my meta glasses. I could just live stream and then watch me crash out.
That would be fantastic. It'd be absolutely fantastic.
You ruined my thing. I've been saving it all show and you interrupted.
Oh, God. Go ahead.
You know what I think about the Jeep Invasion? Why was it so delayed? I saved it the whole thing and it's delayed. Whatever. Screw this. End the
John,
show.
John Campbell asked, Oak Level racing this weekend? No, they don't race again until the 19th
It's gonna
of
rain, so
September. So it's going to rain every damn week. So there it is. So, all right, hit a racetrack this weekend. Go sport somewhere, race, sit in the stands, drink some beer, do whatever you want. Go somewhere. All right, Noah, we're out of here.
R.I.P. my girl Dolly.